Juan, you want to begin?
Ok, no, bueno, antes que nada, comienzo en español y luego en inglés. Es un placer estar con todos ustedes. Muchísimas gracias por la cobertura que le han dado al caso nuestro, al caso de más de 224 presos políticos y todavía los 44 que han quedado. Gracias por la cobertura y ¿qué puedo decir? Después de pasar 20 meses en una prisión con mis compañeros, me siento muy contento de poder ser un hombre libre y estar acompañado de mi esposa, que ha hecho un enorme trabajo junto con Berta por la liberación de todos los presos políticos. It's a really important moment in my life. This last 24 hours has been crazy. I'm really happy to be here in front of you. And first of all, I would like to thank you for all the coverage that you have done for the last year and a half or so. And we are, ready to begin our new life as a husband and wife. I really want to thank my wife for all the advocacy, and Berta's, all the advocacy that they have done. Without their effort, this had not been possible. Really, very emotional.
Vicky, do you want to say something?
I just would like to obviously thank Jerry for all the effort that he has done. Without him, this would not be impossible, of course. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días a todos. Para mí y a todas, para mí es un día muy emocionante, muy feliz. Finalmente, después de 1 año, 8 meses y 1 día, después de este trabajo arduo con Jared y su equipo, a quien le debemos todo este acompañamiento, estos consejos, este apoyo continuo, el darnos la mano, el sostenernos en esta lucha por liberar a nuestros esposos. Además de darle las gracias a Jared y a su equipo, le quiero dar las gracias a Berta, quien ha sido mi hermana de lucha en todo este tiempo y que me ha acompañado en el dolor, en las alegrías, en las tristezas, acompañando a nuestras hijas y saliendo adelante. A todos ustedes, los periodistas, los amigos, las familias que nos han apoyado desde el día 1 y han estado pendientes de lo que pasa con nosotros, con nuestros esposos, con la lucha de Nicaragua, con todos los presos políticos. Estoy muy emocionada, contenta, porque lo logramos. Logramos la liberación de 222 personas. Aún nos faltan más, pero esto es un gran logro. Es una alegría para Nicaragua, es una alegría para las personas que creen en los derechos humanos, que creen en la democracia, que creen en la libertad, que creen en la paz. Los animo a todos a que sigamos esta lucha, a que sigamos apoyándonos como nicaragüenses. Se puede. Cuando el amor nos guía, se puede. Cuando tenemos la verdad de nuestro lado, se puede. I don't think I can do it in English, Jared. I am too excited, but somebody can do a translation. And I am also, I cannot believe that I have my husband with me, and that my daughter, him and I are reunited again. And I am also very happy for Félix, Berta, and Ale, and for the rest of the families of the political prisoners who can hug their loved ones yesterday.
On my team, Juan, do you want to quickly do some translation of Vicky's statement?
Yes, yes, thank you, Vicky. And well, Vicky was mentioning, and for everyone here in this press conference, for all the journalists here present, that she's very thankful for every one of you, and she's very thankful for Jared and for our team, for the team that has been working really hard to get Félix and Juan Sebastián out. All the same, it's important. Vicky was always thanking Berta. As we all know, Vicky and Berta have been working together in this fight. They have become sisters in this fight, in this struggle, and in this plight against the regime. So it has been, they have become really close, and Vicky was very thankful for Berta. And she also wanted to thank every one of you present in this press conference today.
Great. Well, thank you for that. And I do want to just emphasize for everyone that it was extraordinary to work with Berta and Vicky, who didn't know each other really, having only met once before, prior to their husbands being taken, and to have seen them come together and to become such brilliant advocates for their husbands was really inspiring to me and to my team. And they were, you know, as effective as any spouses of political prisoners I've represented over my 20-year career. And it's an extraordinary testament to their tenacity, to their strength, to their courage, and frankly, to their dignity and grace that they demonstrated through this horrific ordeal. And I have to say, for me personally as well, that to be there yesterday, to have to be able to see firsthand them reunited with their families is both brought me to tears, and it's the reason why we all do this kind of work. Just an extraordinary inspiration to us all. So now let me turn it over to Félix and to Berta to take it from here.
Muchas gracias, Jared. En primer lugar, quisiera decirles que estoy profundamente conmovido y me quiero disculpar si no puedo expresar de la mejor manera, de forma verbal, lo que tengo en el corazón. Estoy tratando de contener tantas emociones encontradas, pero sí quisiera decir en primer lugar que me conmueve profundamente saber que aunque estábamos en un lugar de una desconexión con el mundo completamente inhumana, de un nivel de aislamiento que es difícil imaginar y describir en el año 2023, que existan en el planeta Tierra lugares en donde todavía hay niveles de encierro en donde ni siquiera una mascota, un perrito, un gatito, es aislado o encerrado de una forma tan extrema. A pesar de ese nivel de oscuridad, siempre hubo una luz. En primer lugar, la luz de la fe para aquellos que somos creyentes. Así que mi primera gratitud va como hombre de fe a Dios, a quien le doy la gloria de este milagro. Solo lo puedo escribir así, pero la luz de cada uno de ustedes. Veo acá muchos nombres de amigos y amigas de toda mi vida, no solamente extraordinarios hombres y mujeres de prensa, sino también activistas y amigos que estuvieron en todo momento. Y esa fue la luz que nos daba la esperanza, porque sabíamos que no estábamos olvidados. Yo recuerdo las palabras que me dio Jared poco antes de ir a la fiscalía, y Jared me decía, the worst fear of a political prisoner is to be forgotten. You will not be forgotten. Recuerdo que esas fueron tus palabras, Jared, y las cumpliste. Y no solamente Jared, sino cada uno de ustedes, a quien también le doy un agradecimiento, y a su equipo. Agradecerles a cada uno de los medios de comunicación que en todo momento levantaron una voz para que la situación de Nicaragua, no solamente la situación de personas como Juan Sebastián o personas como yo, que gracias a Dios tenemos plataformas que nos permiten elevar esa voz de manera global, sino que ustedes lo hicieron para cada uno, incluso de los presos políticos anónimos, que no tenían la posibilidad de poder contar la historia de dignidad humana, la historia de lucha de un pueblo que se llama Nicaragua, un pueblo que sigue todavía, a pesar de este momento de felicidad que es nuestra libertad, pero que sigue añorando la posibilidad de poder tener elecciones libres, de poder tener la posibilidad de hablar sin que las opiniones que una persona tenga le conlleven la cárcel, de sacerdotes de la Iglesia Católica que puedan celebrar misa y dar una homilía sin que por una homilía sean secuestrados, de pastores evangélicos de distintas denominaciones que puedan ejercer su fe, de personas de las minorías étnicas en Nicaragua que son perseguidos por razones vinculadas a sus tierras, de jóvenes universitarios que no se pueden organizar en sus universidades porque también son perseguidos, movimientos de mujeres que tampoco pueden ejercer sus libertades. Lo que quiero decir con esto es que, aunque suene muy extraño, le estoy agradecido con la vida de haber pasado este momento amargo, de haber cruzado este desierto, porque de ahora en adelante, y no es que antes así lo fuera, pero la lucha por los derechos humanos deja de ser un asunto solamente de principios abstractos o de teoría o de normas internacionales. Es historia de hombres y mujeres, como la historia de Vicky, de Juan Sebastián, de su hija, de mi hija Alejandra, de Berta, y de las madres, esposas, hijas de tantos presos políticos como los que hay en Nicaragua y en otras partes del mundo. Es decir, se convierte en una causa humana íntima, personal. Son al fin y al cabo historias de personas que simplemente quieren vivir en países en donde se pueda ejercer los derechos humanos fundamentales sin tener que ser lanzado a un calabozo. Juan, can you please give me a hand? I know that I've spoken a lot, but I'm too emotional to keep on.
Of course, Felix. So Felix was saying that, first of all, he wants to apologize in case he could not express everything that he was saying because he's feeling very emotional at this moment. However, he was saying that even in the worst moments while he was in prison, while he was disconnected from the world, and even when this can happen in 2023, when there is apparently no light, there was always the light of the faith. And he really emphasized in the fact that his faith was really important for him during this process. So even in the places of darkness, there's always been faith. And also there is the light of everyone of the individuals that are here present in this press conference here today. So he was also mentioning the importance of all the journalists that are present here, a lot of friends that he recognizes here looking at the participants in this press conference. And that was also a big light in his darkness while he was facing this hardship in prison. Also, he reminded us of the words that Jared gave to him before he went to the public ministry in Nicaragua. And he was saying that the worst thing that can happen to a political prisoner is that of being forgotten. So he wants to remind us that it is important to keep dreaming of a Nicaragua with free elections, with a Nicaragua in which individuals, for example, are able to raise their voices, that student leaders can organize movements as young individuals, the same with feminist movements. So he's really hopeful about the Nicaragua that they have all been dreaming about, and that's why they work for it so much. At the same time, he tries, Felix was trying also to explain that after going through this hardship, he now realizes that human rights are not only about international treaties and international norms, but it's more about the stories of real people, real men and women, of individuals like Berta, like Vicky, their daughters, and themselves, Félix and Juan Sebastián, and that it really has become a cause that he wants to continue exercising in. So it's more about, it's not only about the norms of human rights, but it's also about the stories of real people, and that can really influence the way that this is a cause, as a human cause of human rights.
Thank you. I just want to thank everyone here. And as Felix mentioned, God has been so good, always. There have been days where things feel very smooth. Some days it's very hard. But I just want to mention that this has been a transformational process personally, and I think as a country. I also want to thank Jared, and this is a little bit informal, but we were just, laughing yesterday, remembering so many stories and anecdotes. And one of them was when a journalist declared him as el abogado gringo. And now that I see back, I just appreciate so much.
Your gringo lawyer.
My gringo lawyer. And it's been just amazing to see how Jared had been a guide for us during this process. And personally, I have learned a lot from Jared. And Jared, thank you very much. I hope you keep this hard work. I don't know how you do it, but please do it, because having this reunification of the family is just worth it. Also, mi hermana de lucha, Vicky, I love you very much. I admire you. And this is part of the good things that have happened. I gained a sister, a friend, and that is amazing. And to each one of you, thank you so much for your words, for your help, for being there, for helping raising our voices. So there's a lot of work to do, as Vicky mentioned. But we believe with all our strength and heart that building this country for every Nicaraguan, it's possible. And that is our future. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Berta and Felix, and for the kind words as well. as I said all along, it's been a profound honor and enormous responsibility. And I think that it's also worth noting that in my personal view, that without the extraordinary and relentless advocacy by Vicky and Berta, and not only would their husbands not be free, but frankly, I don't think any of the political prisoners would have been freed as they were yesterday. At the end of the day, dictators never release political prisoners because they want to. They release them when they have to, and when releasing them is a least worst choice. And the reality is, given the massive prison that Nicaragua as a country actually is, that many families of the political prisoners who were still in Nicaragua were very understandably afraid to speak out on behalf of their loved ones, because many family members were detained after having done so. And thankfully, Berta and Vicky and their daughters were in the United States, which gave them the ability to be able to speak out publicly, advocating for their husbands. And in every meeting that we had, they were not just advocating for their husbands, they were also advocating for the release of all of the political prisoners of Nicaragua. So let's start to take some questions now. There are some that I'll start looking at in the chat box. If you have any questions, please put them into the chat box and just identify yourself and your organization that you're with, and we'll work through all the questions that we have. And again, just grateful. I'll express my gratitude as well to the journalists on this call, that without your help in keeping a focus on what was happening with the political prisoners in Nicaragua, we also would not have gotten to yesterday either. And so this was, I think, very, very important. So just in no particular order, I'll begin with a question by Rodolfo Pina from Reuters. Oh, sorry, that was not a question, more of a comment. But he was asking about the ability to get a copy of this Zoom call. And for everyone on the call, as I noted in the chat box, as soon as the call is over, I will upload it to YouTube and tweet it out to my tweet out the link to my Twitter account, which is just at Jared Genser, JaredGenser. So